Hello Spartans. Today we are making Moa Burgers. The Moa is a flightless bird indigenous to the planet Reach. It's very large, very similar to an earth ostrich. The Moa Burger especially is available all over big cities like New Alexandria, sort of a staple for tourists. There's many ways to make this kind of burger. At its core, it's just bird meat with whatever toppings you want. Our fries are going to take inspiration from the Hungarian culture that produces all of the food on Reach, and then the sauce and burger are going to taste more along the lines of the touristy type foods that you'll get in the big cities. So the ingredients to make this meal: for the burger, we have some buns, ground moa meat, breadcrumbs, green onion, and an assortment of seasonings, and we'll get to that later. For the fries, we have potatoes and also an assortment of seasonings. The sauce, special sauce. Every good burger has to have a special sauce, and our sauce is going to consist of Greek yogurt, gochujang, and a lime. And then for the burger toppings, we have our tomato, our lettuce, and some pickles, as well as some sliced mozzarella. We're starting by preheating our oven 425 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll start with the potatoes because the fries are going to take a long time. But wash and chop these into wedges. Just gotta make sure you're scrubbing all the dirt off of these tuber vegetables, because you don't want any of that dirt to come into your food when you eat it. Widest part. Seasoning blend for the potatoes, we're going to go with paprika, onion powder, dill, a little bit of cinnamon, and garlic. Portions here don't really matter, you're flavoring with your heart. I really like paprika though.
Slavs love them some dill. Don't be shy with the dill. Light on the cinnamon.
I think that looks pretty good. Back in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So while the potatoes are cooking, we can go through the rest of the process. We have our ground moa, and we're going to add in green onions as well as all of our seasonings and some breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs help with texture since poultry tends to be a very dense meat. Start with our green onion. You want to chop these sort of fine because they're going to be mixing in with the ground meat. There is a whole lot of different ways to season it. The food vendors that make this stuff, they tend to be a little bit secretive with their mixes. But they did put out a whole bunch of chips flavored like their burgers, so we can use that to sort of reverse engineer what spices are supposed to go in there. I'm about to handle raw meat, so I'm going to take off my gloves anyway. That's fine. We've got our prophetic Pringles chips here.
You've immediately sunk the resale value.
Natasha, scan this please. Alright, what seasonings we got?
We've got garlic, ginger. Fairly heavy on the ginger. Definitely some umami, so I would go with the soy sauce. A tangy spice, analogous to sriracha. Throw in a little bit of chili powder. Definitely a little bit sweet, almost like a barbecue brown sugar. Fairly heavy on the salt.
And some salt. Do you need a second analysis?
Yes, always good to confirm. Submit another sample. Original findings confirmed. You could submit a third sample for analysis if you're feeling like it.
Can I just leave you with these? Don't eat the entire thing, please.
I will not.
Gotta save room for the real deal. According to analysis,
that's what they pay me for. Your taxpayer dollars at work.
the seasonings for a good Moa burger are garlic powder, ginger, some extra on the ginger, onion powder, some soy sauce, some chili, and some brown sugar and salt. Garlic powder. Don't add too much soy sauce because it's pretty powerful.
That should be good. One more small scoop. Yeah, that's good.
Natasha's specialty is tasting all 23 flavors of a Dr. Pepper. I know you said there was a lot of salt, but I don't want to add too much.
Scoop.
A little bit of breadcrumbs. Before we start manhandling the meat, I'm going to take our cast iron pan and put it up to a medium-high heat.
These are hands that have crushed skulls and ripped out spinal cords. This is just ground Moa.
Oh, well, normally the meat is not ground before I put my hands on it.
Brain matter is soft, though.
Oh, sure, but like, I don't generally mush my hands around inside. Alright.
You look very unhappy.
Now that it's mixed, we're gonna form this into patties. You want to start them out sort of round and flat so that as they cook, you're not ending up with a meat puck. I've seen some restaurants that sell them 7 patties high. I can only assume that you eat it the same way you eat corn on the cob. Personally, I prefer to make food that you can eat conventionally. So each side is going to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. You can basically just leave it alone while it cooks. So in the meantime, we're going to put together our special sauce. Gochujang, our lime, and some Greek yogurt. You can use mayonnaise. Most sauces seem to use mayonnaise, but it's going to taste a lot nicer if you're using Greek yogurt. It's good for both the burger and as a dipping sauce.
That should be good.
And we're going to squeeze the entire lime into here.
Look like one of those little drones with the little hands, the little grabby hands. I'm blanking on the name. The little triangle drones with the little grabby hands.
Oh, the Sentinels?
Yes.
The grabby hands?
Yeah, the grabby hands.
Add a little bit of garlic, onion, and salt to this as well. Yeah, the lime really turns it into a saucy consistency here. Cut open these buns and set them into toast as well. Oh wow, that's a strong cinnamon smell for those. They're almost ready, so I'm going to slide on a piece of cheese on top so that it melts in the last few seconds of being in the pan. Chop up our vegetables. Big tomato slices.
Thin tomato slices.
Thin tomato slices.
Absolutely. Paper thin tomato slices.
And we've got some romaine lettuce that I'm going to chop into squares because
I already chopped off the hard parts.
nice. These full leaves are not going to really fit on the burger otherwise. There are thick pickles in here.
That's okay.
I got some pickles.
Pickle.
Buns out of the oven. Spoon on some of our special sauce. Yes. I'll take the thick tomatoes, I guess. Well, now we still gotta get the fries. My brain just stopped.
Your bun is
No. Oh. Yeah, I almost also just tried to lick my fingers. That was
I saw that too.
Okay, wedges. I don't know how much you want to start.
I love me some wedges.
Or your special new Alexandria sauce. Alright. Take off my helmet. So I can actually eat these things. I've been waiting to lick my fingers for like 5 minutes.
You could put in like a skewer, like the little flags with the skull thing on top.
Oh, with that, I gotta spear it so it stays together.
Flag captured.
Perfect. The final product, our delicious new Alexandria style Moa Burgers. Time to eat. Here you go.
That's great.
I'm gonna take this flag out now.
After you've claimed
Flag taken.
your burger.
I'm gonna start with the fries too.
Good seasonings. The dill's really good in there. Good sauce.
It tastes very Hungarian. Oh, the cinnamon is subtle, but I love it.
It's really good. Cinnamon and the dill.
And the sauce?
Sauce is good. You know I'm picky about my sauces. This is a good sauce.
Yeah, using Greek yogurt for the sauce space makes a big difference. All right, here we go, the big boy.
What's the verdict,
That's
Spartan?
really good.
I gotta get my face around this. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
It's actually, it stayed really juicy.
That's a really good burger. And there you go, Spartans. This is an excellent way to get one of the most delicious treats from Reach without having to go out of your way to Reach's glass. Without having... It's a delightful way to remember Reach and all of the food and culture that has been lost. But we have found it again. Alright, until we eat again, Spartans. Well,
You look pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy.